Hey everybody, and welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. My name is Jake, and it is time for new release roundup number 34. We keep on climbing with every installment, almost halfway, over halfway to 50, almost creeping our way to 100. We got a lot of these, but I get a lot of movies, and that's why I decided to make this series. I talk about these on my short form side of things, on my TikToks, my Instagrams, my Facebooks, but I didn't really talk too much about them on the YouTube side of things in long form. Here is stack number 1, and boom, there's a lot of goodies this week, let me tell you. I'm assuming that you looked at the thumbnail. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Here's stack number 2. Oh my god, that one's so heavy. Hey, James Bond, you know what that one is. That one was kind of hard to hide. I try not to showcase off everything that I'm getting here in the stack, just in case you forgot what was in the thumb. And here is stack number 3. We got a lot of goodies from a lot of boutique labels, a lot of great studio labels, some pickups that I had in the wild that I put in previous videos. Everything's up for grabs here. If you like this type of physical media content, make sure you give the channel a subscription, the video a thumbs up, all that fun jargon. But let's waste no more time, and let me move this the camera back face up, because let's start talking about one of my favorite physical media releases of the year so far, and that is Dirty Work. Even though this looks absolutely disgusting, I still really enjoyed this release as a whole. I liked it so much that when I purchased this from themovieroom.com, they had a copy that had a little bit of a ding on the bottom. They let me give it away. So if you like giveaways like this, and I also gave away a copy of this James Bond Steelbook set that I'll talk about, they are letting me give away some of their imperfections. There's nothing wrong with the actual disc. There might just be a little ding or dash that they don't want to sell themselves, because they want to make sure that the product that you get is as pristine as possible. I'll try to give out a shout whenever I have movies from themovieroom.com. If you want to go over to their website, use my discount code STEELBOOK10 to save 10% off everything on their website, and they have a lot of stuff to offer. This release was amazing in a lot of different aspects. Over on my, I made a previous video on my top 25 physical media releases of 2025. This was in the top 10, because not only does the 4K look great, Vinegar Syndrome went above and beyond, putting special features and different cuts of the film that have never been released before, and made it all in one nice, sometimes not so nicely imaged, but a lot of great product is inside the disc, and I think it's well worth watching. Kind of a hidden gem of 90s comedy. I'd never seen it before this release, and I had a very fun time with it. More Chris Farley in this movie than I initially anticipated, and that is never a bad thing, folks, in my book. So there is Dirty Work. I'm gonna try to go through these a little bit quicker because we have a lot to go through, let me tell you, including some releases from Umbrella Entertainment. This is probably their beefiest box set they've ever done. They kind of had to change up the way they did box sets because of Haneke right here. You can kind of see there's like a little bump on mine. I don't know what happened there. But Haneke, Michael Haneke, to be specific, he is a director. And if I'm being 1000% honest, I've only seen 2 of his movies, and it's Funny Games and the remake of Funny Games. Every movie that this man has ever created, except for one, is in this box set. They couldn't get the rights to the US edition of Funny Games, which kind of breaks my heart. But at least they have the OG Funny Games in here, and that's still going to be the first one that I pop in, because it's been at least a decade since I've seen that movie. But as you can see, it comes in like this library or booklet case of sorts. You can slide it out. I'm a fan of this type of packaging when the slide out method is on Blu-rays. Here's what kind of the discs look like. That's one for Funny Games. When this type of packaging is on 4Ks, no. 4K scratch so freaking easily. You get a thumbprint on there the wrong way, you're gonna have to pull your disc out and clean it, because it's gonna like start skipping on you. 4K discs are so finicky for me. And Blu-rays, you can toss around like freaking Frisbees, and they have a nice scratch resistant layer on them. That is just very nice. We also have, if I can pull it out, a nice, you hear that? A nice hardbound booklet here of an exploration of the films of Michael Haneke. You know, you got some words and posters and essays and all that jargon. Never going to read this book, and that's okay, because there's some people out there in the physical media community that love these frickin' books, and not going to yuck on anybody's yum. I will much rather have special features to dig into than words to read, but to each their own, and that's why you have your pick of the litter in a lot of these physical media releases. Every single Umbrella Entertainment release is numbered on these collector's editions. This go around, I got number 894 out of 2,500. So they still have over half their inventory. If any of these Umbrella Entertainment releases are up your alley, make sure you go over to their website that's in the description below. Use my discount code SteelBook15. You save 15% off everything on their website. That discount code pretty much takes care of shipping for you. They're an Australian-based company, so shipping anywhere other than Australia is a huge task and costs a lot of money. I don't know if you've tried to ship anything lately, but Jesus, it is expensive. So I kind of took care of that legwork for you. But there is the Haneke collection. We are about 7 minutes in, and we've only talked about 2 movies. Dear God. Let's talk about a big beefy box set. Let's get one of these big suckers out of the way. A TV show of sorts, a complete series of Murder, She Wrote. Oh my God, look at this big thing from Universal. Look at all of those beautiful cases. I don't know when I'm going to watch this thing. I'm being 1,000% honest. They sent this my way. Part of New Release Roundup is showing off any type of physical media that comes my way. Murder, She Wrote, I've never seen a single episode of, but I've heard good things from the most random of people. My grandma used to watch this show. Grandma Rose, R.I.P. Grandma Rose. I got this for you. There's so much material in here. I think I saw on the bottom how long a runtime, the complete series of Murder, She Wrote, plus a couple of like bonus TV movies, 215 hours and 32 minutes. That's insane. That is total insanity. On the bottom, you get a nice shot of everything. I'm trying to get a nice shot of this on my camera. Kind of sort of see it there, but I'll kind of run through what this includes. Bonus features on here: the great 80s flashback, origin of a series, interview with Angela Lansbury and the members of the cast and crew, recipe for a hit, interview with Angela Lansbury and the cast, guest stars, and crew, the Magnum PI crossover episode. Had no idea that was a thing, but that is very random and very intriguing to me. America's Top Sleuth, a sleuth channel countdown of the top sleuths in television and film, and the perils of success, interview with Angela Lansbury and members of the cast and crew. There's a lot of those. There's a lot of those on here. There's a lot of content to sink your teeth into on this sucker. 12 seasons and a 4-movie collection on the very end. Very cool to see this stuff, because you don't really see a lot of big box sets like this nowadays, and anytime I do, I always have to kind of at least kind of be a proponent for it and showcase it off to all of you out there. Let's do a Kino Lorber title next, shall we? Let's go over a new 4K, a movie that I've heard of but I've never seen before, and that is Danger Diabolik. Diabolik. I don't know how to say that word. I'm pretty sure it's Diabolik. It's not Diabolik, I don't think. I am sounding like a complete moron. But this movie sounds like a lot of fun. A Mario Bava film right here. A suave psychedelic era thief called Diabolik. Can't get enough of life's good or glittery things. There. You can read that. You can read that right there. The thing that kind of caught my eye, number one, this is a 4K. Always nice to see. Number two, we got differentiating artwork, which is always a plus for me on these Kino Lorber releases. Any release that has a slipcover. If I can have different artwork on the case, big thumbs up. But lastly, on the special features here, the music video Body Movin' by Beastie Boys. I'm trying to think if like a sound sample was part of that music video, or if they used some footage from Danger Diabolik to the music video. It's been a very long time since I've seen Body Movin', so as soon as I watch this movie, that'll be the first piece of special feature that I pop in and watch, because I really like that song too. Man, Beastie Boys. I feel like it's been far too long since they've kind of not been a group because of the passing. That's sad. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. Speaking of passing, speaking of passing, I didn't even mean to do this correlation. From Lionsgate Limited, we have Frailty, Mr. Bill Paxton right here. R.I.P., of course, the newest Lionsgate Limited release. The first release from them that is in this beautiful box set material, the stained glass window aesthetic on this thing looks so nice. Nice and glittery and shiny and rainbow effects and whatnot. You slide everything out like so. The movie, this picture and this picture differentiate just enough. Boom, boom, there that is. You get the same artwork on the back of the case and this case. And on the inside, you get some more very cool stained glass window aesthetic artwork, which I love. You get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray. When I posted this video over on TikTok and Instagram, I usually post like 3 minutes worth of me unboxing videos. This in particular movie was the one that got the most amount of love in the comments section, and I've never seen it, and I need to change that, and I know I do. I've got a group of friends who said, I can't believe you haven't seen this movie. So I'm going to watch it with them whenever they decide to come over here. But yeah, according to Lisa from Lionsgate, this is the shooting script that Bill Paxton actually used and has his doodles and whatnot on. So that is a very cool piece to throw into physical media, kind of breaking the fourth wall, which I absolutely love in this circumstance. Very cool stuff here. Yeah, just a shooting script right there. Normally, when it comes to shooting scripts, I would not read them. This one, I'll actually thumb through and just, after I watch the movie, and just kind of see what Bill Paxton was noting down and whatnot. But here is the J card. Another cool thing that Lionsgate took from Umbrella. This is on the back when you get it, but the size is just right enough to slide into the box like so, to where you don't have to worry about having to throw it away. It's just an extra piece to put in there so you can look at all of the great goodies and special features. And there are exclusive Lionsgate limited extras on here. Father figure, establishing shot, more stories from the Frailty set, and teaser trailer and theatrical trailer. But there's also a lot more on the 4K and regular Blu-ray disc. The Making of Frailty featurette, Anatomy of a Scene featurette, courtesy of the Sundance Channel, some audio commentaries, whole bunch of fun stuff. I've heard very good things about this movie. Cannot wait to check it out myself. Now let's go to, if I can get this back in there. There we go. I'm trying to spread the wealth on the box sets. Let's do a couple of just normal releases here. We haven't talked about a Steelbook yet. Let's talk about a Steelbook. Over from themovieroom.com. Once again, we have Longlegs right here. Nicolas Cage joint. I saw this in theaters with a whole bunch of content creators, physical media content creators. They came to my neck of the woods. I took them to Half Price Books, to I think a Goodwill or two, to some JCD and Hobbies around me. And then we kind of end capped the night with seeing Longlegs in theaters last year. Let's see here. My Killer Podcast was there, Mel. We had KB Loves Movies. He wasn't able to make the movie, but he went hunting with us. Just a whole but Bob from Bob's Blu-rays, a whole bunch of very cool stuff. Wilkie's Movies and Music. And yeah, this movie has not really left my mind since I've seen this movie. And that's rare for movies these days. And all of us kind of had the same thoughts and feelings about it because we walked out and just stood in the parking lot and talked for like at least an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. We were just underneath some street lamp lights in the parking lot, and we just chatted, and it was the best. It was the best. I want to do that again so bad. Hopefully we can sometime down the road. Here is the 4K Steelbook itself. If you haven't seen this movie, I do recommend it. Nicolas Cage is kind of the best and worst thing about this movie at times. The mommy daddy scene when he's driving in the car, not a big fan, but kind of towards the end and the very beginning shot are all great. Like, he's just swinging for the fences, and I will give him credit for that. Longlegs, very solid Steelbook here from Neon. Next up, let's go over, let's do an Arrow video. I haven't done an Arrow video yet. Here's a movie that I am currently watching, going through, have not finished it yet, and that is The Stuff. Yes, I feel like I've seen this movie once before, and I wasn't vibing with it that much. And second time around on 4K, the 4K looks okay. Still not super duper vibing with it, even though I should be loving The Stuff. it's a creature feature of sorts, even though it's just like this white goop that is causing chaos in the community. And it's talking about like commercialism, which is very fascinating to me as well. I don't know what it is about this movie, but I'm just not digging with the vibes that it's kind of putting off. But I do want to continue to watch it. I watched it one night, fell asleep, so I have to continue to watch it. There's also a bonus disc on this release that gives you an alternate earlier cut of the film. It adds like half an hour's worth of content to this movie. Originally, this movie is less than 90 minutes. It is, if I can find it, 87 minutes. And with this pre-release cut, it's 119 minutes. That's crazy. Over half an hour of footage is added to this. That's the type of stuff that I love to see from physical media, and why physical media, to me, reigns supreme. You're able to just have definitive editions of movies in your collection. You're not going to get another edition that is as jam-packed as this edition is of the stuff. And hopefully I can stay awake enough for it to finish this movie out. Let's go over... Looking over here, a Warner Brothers release. I've already talked about the Steelbook version of this. I think I like the slipcover design better. That is for Lethal Weapon. I have seen this movie. This was also in my top 25 physical media releases of 2025. The transfer looks phenomenal for the most part. The special features on here are great. A legacy of inspiration, remembering Dick Donner, and I'm Too Old for This Shit, a chemistry that became iconic. They brought back Danny Glover, which is cool. They brought back Shane Black. They brought back a couple more actors and people behind the scenes from this movie. Just, if you like Lethal Weapon, it's never looked better. It has some great new special feature content. Add this to your collection, especially this slipcover version. I like the way that this sucker looks as opposed to the shooting guy with the bullet face. I don't like that. I don't like that design. Too simplistic for my liking. Sometimes simple is good. Sometimes I wish they would have spent more time at the drawing board. Movie's good. Steelbook's not. Slipcover I prefer, which is rare. Normally, I'm Steelbook obsessed. Normally, I like the Steelbooks. Not this time around, folks. But I'm itching. I'm itching to get into this box. 503. Does that ring a bell to you? How about I open this up and show you the gloriousness that is The Substance, baby. I haven't opened this one yet either, because I want to open it when I'm in the mood to watch the movie and not any time before that. Yes, The Substance. This is the number locker that Demi Moore goes to, gets a box kind of similar to this, and gets this nice green oozy vial and a whole bunch of like kits to kind of feed herself through the training process. If you've never seen The Substance, very solid movie. The first time I watched it was in theaters. I was keen enough to go to my local cinema. That was the only place in town that was watching, or that was showing this movie. Saw it with a friend. Love me some body horror movies. Love me the first 2/3 of this movie. And then if you've seen it, something happens in the third act. I cannot get on board with that. It felt like a Tim and Eric skit at the end. I'm hoping the next time I watch it, because I haven't seen it since, I'm hoping the next time I watch it, I know what I'm getting into. I'm not going to be pulling the e-brake on the amazing movie that I was watching and going to completely Looney Tunes land. And yeah, I'm hoping I like it a little bit more than what I did. But I cannot pass up this box set for it. Again, this was at themovieroom.com. This sold out so quickly, but it's such a pain in the butt to go and get these big premium Steelbook box sets from overseas, because they sell out very, very quickly. And then you have to worry about like the translation, differentiation, and shipping it back overseas. Movie Room took care of all of that for me, and it's so, so good. I'll pop up what's inside of this box, because it's glorious. There's 3 different variations of the same Steelbook, but with different like full slip artwork on there. Oh, looks so, so good. But I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to tell myself not to open it up, and I'm not going to. They're also all numbered out of this one-click edition. This one-click has all of those editions inside of this. I got number 383 out of 610. So very super duper limited stuff. And even since I bought this and the month that I've had it, It's already went up in value by like $100, $125. That's another reason. I can grab it. I already have the 4K right here. So I'm kind of conflicted. Like, this is a great set for this. Is there going to be anything else besides this? Should I hold on to this for resale value? Is this good enough for me since I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie in the first place? I don't know. It's kind of like the stock market, collecting physical media. You just never know. I'm going to sit on it for now. It's going to be a brick, and hopefully this brick continues to turn into gold. Do you do that with your collection? Do you have like a case of FOMO to be like, maybe I don't want to open this just in case something happens, like in case of emergencies? Like, let's say I lose my job, I break that, I'm able to sell this and have some food for my family. It's one of those things that I don't constantly think about, but it's, kind of in the back of my brain at all times. Another reason why I like to collect this. Like, it all has value, and when you stream stuff, it doesn't. When you have a digital library, means jack shit, This stuff, at least I can get some value back for my efforts in collecting it. And that's why I like to collect stuff in the first place. But that's enough of that. That was a very weird tangent, was it not? Let's go to another Lionsgate limited release. The Vestron video series, the newest edition, is Ghoulies Go to frickin' college. Yes. Did you know that they went to college? Did you know that there was a third Ghoulies? Ghoulies 1, Ghoulies 2 got released on 4K from MVD. They could not get the rights to 3 and 4. That's because Lionsgate got them, folks. Vestron Video, I love this label, this boutique label. The price hike is just kind of a sign of the times for me. It was nice a couple of years ago to get them at Best Buy, to get them at Walmart for, God, like the one that always rings in my head is Silent Night, Deadly Night collection, 3 through 5. I was able to get that for like $13, brand new. Like it was crazy. Those times are not there anymore, people. They have come and gone, unfortunately. Like, I'm laughing because if I don't laugh, I'll cry. But here we have alternate artwork, which is always nice to see on a physical media release. Love to see that. We get some new special features on here. I also thought that I heard that the man who runs Red Shirt Pictures, Mr. Slippy, he got the special features done for this release. There's new audio commentary, new interviews, all that fun stuff. I will need to check this out. It stinks it's not on 4K, I will say that, because Ghoulies 1 and 2 from MVD looked stupidly good. Like, Ghoulies should not look that good, type of that good. So yeah, if you're a fan of Ghoulies Go to College, let me know in the comments, because honestly, haven't heard of a lot of people talk about this movie. Very random tangent. Billy from The Game Chasers. Like, I watch The Game Chasers, love The Game Chasers. We're on YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube. One of his favorite movies of all time is Ghoulies Go to College. So I am hoping that he knows about the physical media release, and I hope this made his frickin' year. Next, let's go and talk about A24. A24, shall we, folks? Let's do, oh god, dropping stuff, trying to get to other stuff. Story of my life. Here is one of my favorite movies of 2025 so far. Saw this in theaters. That theatrical experience is still my favorite theatrical experience of this year. That is Warfare. Didn't really know, I mean, I knew I was watching a wartime film, but Alex Garland directed this movie. He also directed Civil War from last year. Not my favorite movie. Warfare takes a very guerrilla warfare approach to storytelling, of just kind of putting you in the boots of a troop down in Iraq and putting you in the hell of it, the hell of war. And the theatrical experience was amazing. The sound quality was chair seat rumbling at multiple occasions. They would have fighter jets fly over, drop bombs. Oh my god. Like, and this is the type of movie that, like, when you got done with it, you felt like you were in the shit with them. Like, you felt a little rattled when you got out of the theater. It was crazy. I went to see this with a couple of friends as well, and it's one of those rare occasions to where you walk out of the theater and you're kind of speechless, at least for a couple minutes. You're trying to gather yourself, gather your thoughts, and then we went, and I loved the movie right from the jump. This movie is great. this is like my 4th or 5th A24 release. I got this one from themovieroom.com. They have this label on stock as well. I think they're getting a lot of their new releases. I got the 4K edition, of course. Another nice touch from this release is that it comes with, they almost look like photos that they took themselves. Nice little selfie shots from digital cameras. I don't know. It's little touches like this that, again, make me like these type of physical goodies in my physical media. And I think that was it. Oh, there's another photo in there, but you got the gist. You got the gist of those photos. I would much prefer this type of packaging for A24 rather than the giant packaging of like Stop Making Sense or Midsommar Director's Cut. Like, those are so big, I don't know where to put them in my collection. These will fit on the shelf, look nice. The barcode kind of drives me crazy on this side, and I never like putting any of my releases with like the spine out that slides out. It's always like this in the collection. At least all the barcodes line up correctly on all of my releases, but I don't know. I'll get past it. It's a quirk from A24. Isn't A24 quirky, folks? Let's talk about another Umbrella Entertainment release. Let's go. Stick it out of the pack. We got The Science of Sleep. Michel Gondry directed movie. Also the director of The Green Hornet. Also the director of Be Kind Rewind. But most importantly, the director of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If you like that director, if you like his work, if you like his quirkiness, The Science of Sleep gives you more of that. It's been a very long time since I've seen this movie, but Umbrella put a lot of imagination in this release. Oh, I forgot to even showcase off like one of my favorite pieces of this release, and that is just like the reveal, like the pull tab from the box in here to this amazing slipcover. It's just a cool thing to witness in person. I'm hoping me showcasing that off made it somewhat cool for you as well. Slip it out of its slipcover, like so. There is The Science of Sleep. One cool thing about Umbrella, they state that they are Region B locked on all of their releases. They're not. Every single one of the Blu-rays that I put into a Region A player has worked. I don't know what magic they do on their end. I don't really like to advertise that aspect as much either, because I want them to get away with it for as long as possible. It drives me crazy. My region free player, my Blu-ray region free player broke a couple months ago. And ever since then, I've been watching a lot of 4Ks on my 4K player, because I'm finding it very hard to justify buying another player when it's just strictly Blu-rays. 4Ks are region free, you can play whatever, 4K from whatever region. I hate how Blu-rays are still region locked. DVDs are even worse back in the day. But you can also have the slipcover or the alternative artwork. It just takes away the Australian bug, which again is nice. I'd much rather have as clean of artwork as possible on my releases, because they mean nothing to me, that bug. I have no idea what that rating means. Here is the double-sided poster that you get. Very cool. I need to get some frames to put up some of these posters that are in my collection. I didn't really put two and two together that they make frames for it. Bearded Film Guy decided to share like where he bought his at, because I didn't know anybody that did anything with their posters. He let me know I need to do something. I need to go and buy them, because I have some pictures up behind my couch that have been up since I moved in here. It's time for a change. It's time for an upgrade, people. It also comes with a book, behind the scenes, experiences, and art. And as you can see, Michel Gondry has some very imaginative imagery in a lot of his work, and it's just cool. I wish The Green Hornet was better. It looked cool. At times it was fun. That movie is kind of a bore. Be Kind Rewind is still very fun to watch. It also comes with a calendar, a 2026 12-month Disasterology calendar. I've never seen a calendar come in a physical media release, but this is kind of cool and unique, and once again, quirky. Kind of makes sense for the movie here. Boom, put that away. Again, down in the description, I'll have links for every single thing. The majority of things that I have found, whatever I can find Amazon links for, there will also be an Umbrella link. Oops, I gotta put that in the right way. And there will also be a movieroom.com link. So there you go. The Science of Sleep is nestled cozy in its box once again. here we go. Let's quickly go over movies that I found out in the wild at Half Price Books. I put out a video earlier this week on my very fun adventure to Half Price Books. You never know what you're going to get when you go and look for used media. Either you're going to have a swing and a miss and feel like a waste of a trip, and sometimes you strike gold. Here's the gold that I found. First up, the sole VHS tape of the entire bunch. It's Alive. I've never seen this movie, have had the trilogy from Scream Factory forever in my collection. This image is just iconic to me, and I feel like you should watch It's Alive on VHS. It's probably going to give you a better outcome than watching it on the Blu-ray. Sometimes you want to have that static-y quality to your watches. I have a big horror movie VHS section. This is going in there. Next up, we have Night of the Comment. I had not ever seen this movie. I found this for $10. I know there's a 4K out there, but I kind of want to watch the movie before I decide to fully jump into that 4K. There's that. Believe it or not, I found a big boxed Vinegar Syndrome release, Phase 4, Killer Ants. And again, I showed off a lot of this over on that video. I just got to showcase off this slipcover once again, because dear God, boom, boom, very, very cool stuff. $20. $20 for this. Could not believe it. Again, for me, sometimes I like to buy things because it's a good deal. I'm hoping for good things about this movie, but I bought this for $20. It's selling right now for like $40 to $50, depending on the day. So yeah, weird reason to collect things, but that's some of the reasons why I do. Also found a Criterion movie. I know the sale's still going on, but I wasn't sure if I was ever going to find this in store at a Barnes & Noble. So I picked it up here, The Squid and the Whale. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but there's a very memorable scene. If you catch my drift, if you've seen the movie, you know. If you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to give it away because it's like a what? It's like, what was that type of moment? Yeah, Squid and the Whale, Noah Baumbach. I can't wait to rewatch this one. I told my wife I got this movie. That's the only thing she remembered from the movie as well. Simpatico, people. I picked up Zodiac because this was $12.99. I've never seen it this cheap. Still the digital code in there. The digital code worked. Has the 4K Blu-ray and slipcover. Could not pass this sucker up. One of my favorite movies, probably in my top 100 movies of all time. This is tied for me with Social Network as my favorite David Fincher film. Glad to have it in 4K in the collection. And last but not least, we have 1969. I've never had an all of films release in my collection. This movie I'd never heard of before, but seems like a type of blind buy that I'm going to fall in love with. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we shall see. But now, let's go and talk about a movie from 20th Century Studios, a movie that came out this year, kind of came and went. It did okay at the box office. I don't think it had that big of a production budget, but I'm a big fan of Rami Malek. So The Amateur, kind of like his Bourne identity almost, except what if Jason Bourne was a hacker? What if Jason Bourne was the man behind the computer and not the killing machine? That's what The Amateur kind of looked like to me. So I will be watching this. I try to watch as many movies in 2025 and rank them on my Letterboxd account. I have about like 45-ish now, but there are so many movies that came out this year that are finally coming out in physical media. I gotta do a weekend binge one of these days. I gotta get the kids to the grandparents so I can just watch 15 movies in 2 days. Give it to me. That sounds glorious to me. Let's go over a couple of Steelbooks now from Universal. I was blessed enough to get sent both Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, the new 4K Steelbooks. I already have these movies on 4K. The reason why I'm excited to have these sets in my collection is because there's a new Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision transfer on here that's different than the one that originally came out. I like the embossing. They didn't have to do that, but again, it's like a stamp of approval. The Jurassic franchise stamp of approval is on these. The artwork to me is okay at best. Thank God they did not do stack pack type of packaging in here. They did this type of packaging, which is good. If you stack pack 4Ks, it just, again, they scratch so easily that it would just bug the crap out of me. Nice collage on the inside here. Also, on new release roundups, I am honest 1000% with you guys. Jurassic Park, the original, is the only great Jurassic Park movie. The only other one that I really like is Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park 5. Like, I like the monster qualities that are in like the last third, like the universal monster aspect of things. I did not expect that when I originally went to watch that movie, and it blew me away. Dominion just blew. And Jurassic World was too clean, was too cookie cutter for me to really thoroughly enjoy. Jurassic Park 3 is not great. The whole GIF memification of Alan with the raptor talking, it was just okay. And Lost World kind of bored me to tears until the last half hour. The last half hour gets great, but there's a lot that happens that I did not care about until the dinosaurs actually got to San Francisco. 1 is good, 5 is good. I think I might be the only person that I know that just prefers those two movies. What Jurassic World, Jurassic Park movies do you like? Let me know, because I know I'm in the very, very tiny minority. Let's go over a movie that's not a movie. The only piece of new release roundup that is not physical media related, but it's still physical, and it's marketing a movie. I got sent this little press kit for Final Destination Bloodlines, one of my another favorite movie theater going experience, just because the crowd got it. The crowd was on board for what I was on board for. A fun time laughing at deaths in movies. Like, that's why I like this franchise in the first place. Very, very fun movie. We got some marketing material here, and I love marketing material when it kind of gets it and has seen the movie and understands the assignment. This is... Oh, no! Good thing they're in protectors. I have not done that before, and I think I caught one on my foot. Where'd that go? Oh, no. I'm gonna have to find it later. No, I found it! Okay, sorry. No edits in new release roundup, okay? I got a stack of pennies, and now I can show you all of them. See, that was planned. That was all planned because I needed to show you off all of these individually. It showcases, I'm trying to, let's see if I can get this to focus in here. Is it going to focus? Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Okay. It's not going to focus. I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to zoom in really close. It has different kills from the movies on each one of the pennies, which I think is such a cool idea. Here is Garbage Day. There is that one right there. I'm hoping that this looks good on here. There is going to be a little bit of editing for this one. This one is Life is a Death Trap. This might be like the house from the movie. I won't spoil anything from the movie. This is kind of spoiling some of the kills, so it kind of does, kind of doesn't. Yeah, on the back here, it shows the Final Destination Bloodlines logo. That's on the back of every single one of these. I love this type of very cool, unique, this is like movie memorabilia now, and it was used to kind of go and market the film hitting digital. I don't care about it hitting digital. I care about when it hits 4K, but it's cool that I have this in my collection nonetheless. This is the lawnmower. Very cool scene. Life is a Death Trap. I think all of them say Life is a Death Trap. Here is the one from the trailer. Is it now iconic? The ceiling fan. The ceiling fan from Final Destination Bloodlines. Again, no spoilers here. And last but not least, no spoilers, but you're gonna be like, why is there a peanut on here? What's so scary about peanuts? Part of a very cool scene. Probably my favorite scene in the movie involves something with peanuts. But yeah, now I just get to have this in my collection. Now that I've talked about it on here, the process that I go through, I make social media videos for it, and then I make this new release roundup video for it, and then I move all of them to this stack right there, and that stack is the stack that I get to put away into the collection. I've got a process, people, so this will go onto that stack, and now I'll be able to display it proudly in my collection. Very, very cool piece, Warner Brothers, thinking outside the box for that material. We're like close to 40 minutes in, and I'm probably halfway done. Speed round time. Let's go. 88 films. I got this from movieroom.com. This is the UK edition of Species. I've never seen Species, didn't have it in the collection, but this 4K looked mighty, mighty nice. I like the nice sleek boxes. The UK 88 Films puts out a lot better movies than the US 88 Films, and it kind of bugs me. Like American Pie 1, 2, that whole franchise, except for Reunion, I think. But Wedding only got a Blu-ray and it's region locked. Same with like all the American Pie Presents. Put those out on 4K, people. What are you scared of 88 Films? What are you scared of, huh? What are you waiting for? There is a 4K, a Blu-ray disc, whole bunch of extras. Again, I want to say that movieroom.com still has some of these left in stock. If you are interested, use discount code SteelBook10 to save 10% off of anything on their website, including, I already showed off some Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I'll go over a few more, actually, yeah, 2 more releases that I got from the movieroom.com. A Shutter label from Vinegar Syndrome, one of their sub-labels from OCN Direct. Destroy All Neighbors. I have Shutter. I've been a subscriber to Shutter for over a year now. I watched this movie streaming. It's fun. It's fine. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, but I like the DIY factor of it. I kind of like the low budget quality. This seems like a movie that had a lot of passion behind it. I like Jonah Ray. I like Alex Winter. I like practical effects. Putting my money where my mouth is, and I picked this sucker up. There were 2 different slipcover versions you could have chose from. I liked this one better than the other one. And there's a bunch of special features on here as well that I'm hoping that you can see right there. But yeah, Destroy All Neighbors. Fun time. And the other movie that I got from themovieroom.com is the 4K of Heathers from Arrow Video. Love this movie so much. Did not have this movie on 4K. I have a very cool steelbook for it, if I can find it. Is it right here? It is. It's a nice colorful spine. Oh, there we go. Look at this steelbook for Heathers. Doesn't that sucker look great? I adore this thing. And don't mind the booger. That's what the J card kind of sticks on. But this sucker is a work of art. That's why I was okay to have this, but I also want this movie on 4K. I feel like you can't make a movie like this nowadays. It's just like the climate of everything. Talking about like teenage suicide and everything. Like it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work, dang it. But it worked in the 80s, and to me, it still works to this day. Heathers, boom, there it is. Again, different artwork. Got the theatrical artwork on the case, and then newly commissioned artwork on the slip. Winning combination for me 10 times out of 10. We got to talk about this guy now. We have to, and I'll briefly showcase this. The James Bond Sean Connery 007 4K Steelbook collection. As you can see, I left one of the stickers on it. There were 2 stickers. Both of them you could peel off, but this is the UK edition of this glorious set. And the main difference between this version that you can find at themovieroom.com, they still have very limited stock. I want to say they had like 12-ish when I'm filming this. This edition has 4K and Blu-ray discs inside. The US edition only had 4Ks, which I know annoyed some collectors because they want to have both formats in here. You get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray right there. And another fun fact that I didn't know until Mike from the movie room mentioned it to me, Blu-rays, excuse me, Blu-rays from Warner Brothers in the UK are region free. Don't know why that's a thing, but very happy that it's a thing. This also includes a certificate of authenticity, which is also numbered. I got number, 6842 out of 15,300. Very random number here. And as you can see, if I got 6,800, I know that for the longest time, Amazon was sold out in the States. So I don't know where some of these are floating to if I don't even have a number that's like halfway through their run. But just very, very interesting, very, very cool. I'll go through all the steelbooks very quickly. Here is Dr. No. Again, so there's something satisfying about these library cases. This is my preferred method for steelbook collections. Just because it slides in like so. It's protected in like a styrofoam padding. I love it. I love it. Here is From Russia with Love, the only steelbook in the set to have one continuous image, which I think is very strong and striking. Inside there, Blu-ray 4K, boom, pop it back in, next one up. we have Goldfinger. The only one of these movies I've seen is Dr. No, by the way. I just recently watched that. I'm going to slowly go through this entire set. Hopefully I get through all of them. I've heard from Russia with Love is the best one out of the bunch. Pretty consistently from people that kind of know their Bond. Here's Thunderball. Boom, boom. And I also received just the 4K set that we got in the States, just the standard release. You gotta go Steelbooks. Like, this release is so freaking cool. I was kind of skeptical on the images they chose when you see them online, but looking at them in person, they pop off the Steelbook. It's so hard to kind of read what a release is going to be off of just strictly online images. It kind of sucks that in 2025, that's really all we have to go off of. But last but not least, we have Diamonds Are Forever. There's that. There's that. And boom, the inside. They go to the moon. It's Bond in space. Yeah, 6 movies from this collection here. And the 007 itself has some nice gloss pops on it as well. Nice little wraparound shot like so. Boom. Oh, there that is. Let's see here. God, we still have like 15 movies to talk about. I wanted this to be short, and it's not short. Okay, we did one box set. Let's do another box set. Again from movieroom.com. I said I was done. I'm not done. They've got a lot of different boutique labels. Here's one from Terror Vision, people. We have Shoestring Slashers. I like the concept for this box set. I'm kind of hit or miss with different box set releases. I'll talk about another box set release here shortly from Umbrella. What really sold me here is the artwork, the genre, of course, because I love me a good slasher. And each movie has a slipcover inside of it, which is, to me, was the cherry on top. Say No More, Take My Money, and yeah, Basement Jack. All 3 of these movies I know zero about. But I also love supporting Terror Vision. I know that they've kind of been put through the ringer the past year. I was able to talk with one of the, Ryan. I talked with Ryan from Terror Vision at a convention that he was at in Des Moines. It was in my neck of the woods. I was covering that convention. I'm hoping they come back this year. God, it's in a couple of months, the Nightmare Weekend. I hope he does, so we can chat again. Yeah, just everything that they've went through the past year, moving warehouses, getting kind of damaged, their roof collapsing. I want to kind of put them on my back and be like, hey, I got your back. I will spend my hard-earned cash and kind of showcase off and put my money where my mouth is, and make sure that some of these boutique companies, it's a small business. They need to make sure that they have income coming in order to survive. Same with the movieroom.com. It's just a husband and wife. That one's just a 2-person company. Combine the two, and small business supporting small business. What's not to love? Especially being a physical media collector. It just kind of feels like, I was putting these in the wrong way, sorry. It feels like we're on our own little island, and us kinfolk have to stick together through thick and thin, whether we agree or disagree on things. We all like the same thing at the end of the day. And I'm a big fan of this box set. I'm a big fan of this company. Boom, find it at themovieroom.com. Possibly find it at Terror Vision. I can't remember if this is sold out on their website or not. Next up, from Kino Lorber, we have the latest edition in the Kino Cult line with Sugar Hill. Love me some blaxploitation movies. Have not seen enough of them. I don't think this has alternate artwork on it. It does not. Wah, wah. But this is still fun and wonky. When mobsters kill the owner of the exotic club Haiti, girlfriend Diana Sugar Hill calls upon voodoo priestess Mama Maitrice to enact justice. Okay, that sounds fun. That sounds like a fun, have a few drinks and you have a few friends around, and you'll enjoy each other's company while you watch some madness happen. Good, weird, and wild stuff. We have from Eureka, the Tattooed Dragon. Eureka comes out with some very cool, well-designed packaging that they are consistent with and just put out great products left and right. I have not checked out a lot of these releases, but just packaging-wise, they are through the roof. The Tattooed Dragon featuring kickboxing, as you can see down there. Also featuring some dice playing. Also features some gambling. Maybe I'll check that out. I'm trying to watch 50 foreign films this year. I'm falling behind so bad. We're halfway through the year. I've only done like 15 at this point. I need to kick it up into gear, people. Maybe I can do it with this one as well. We have Detonation! Violent Writers. And I'm glad that I checked what the back of this looks like. Dear God, I gotta do this. I gotta do a finger. I gotta put a finger right there. There's a whole bunch of naughty bits that are not good for YouTube, folks. I got number 2605 out of 4,000 here. There are some nudie bits on the inside too, so you don't get to see that. If you want to see it, you got to put your money where your mouth is for 88 films. Also, let's see here, from Lionsgate, we have not a Lionsgate limited release, just a standard release. Shadow Force of a new release movie, 2025. I love me some Joe Carnahan. This is his newest entry into his filmography. I also like Kerry Washington. I watched Scandal a lot. Like, I don't watch a lot of TV now, and watching Scandals like during my last heyday of actually watching TV, Scandal rocks. And Kerry Washington kind of rocks. And her in an action movie, I don't think I would have put two and two together, but I'm not mad at it. Definitely not mad at it. Let's do a Warner Brothers release here. We got Sinners. And no, it's not the Steelbook. Did not get the Steelbook. I thought I was going to get the Steelbook, never got the Steelbook. So we get this, which is still not a bad looking slipcover. This is still a very solid looking slip. And what I care about most is the disc. And I love how it has what happened when I saw it in theaters. I saw the sucker in IMAX. It had the expanding aspect ratios during one crucial scene where a fight is about to begin, and to see all the craziness of that fight, it goes from like this to taking up the entire IMAX screen. Glorious. Like, they got you more pumped to watch the fight. Love this. One of my favorite movies of the year so far, Sinners. Very, very good stuff. Let's go and talk about another Arrow video release. This time, we have Cobra! I've actually talked about this movie already on the channel, not this 4K, but the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I talked with Dude Who Loves Movies on my podcast Boutique Talk, which, I guess side tangent, will be coming back, both on YouTube and in a different manner. Stay tuned. I can't wait to talk about how I did what I did, and I'm very happy with what I did. Stay tuned, people. But we have Cobra on 4K. This movie is such a wild ride. A whole bunch of like 80s everything mashed into this movie. There's so many different ideas that they just throw at the wall and see what sticks. I got to open this one up just to kind of showcase off the awesome artwork. And I'm so glad that they went original poster for the slip and newly commissioned artwork for the inside. Because this is what I remember. This is a fun little nice collage. This is madness. Cutting pizza with scissors. Don't know why it's in there. It's just the cool factor, man. And Cobra is cool, man. I don't know. It's a fun movie. It's a dumb movie. It's an essential 80s movie. If you like dumb, fun action flicks and you haven't seen Cobra, give it a shot. And then watch the episode of my podcast, Boutique Talk. Next, we have two more from Umbrella. So I'll do one of the big beefy box sets I was talking about. Ozploitation Rarities Volume 3. There was a sci-fi one. Volume 1 is kind of all over the board. This is like a crime genre from Australia. In Ozploitation Rarities Volume 3, featuring Umbrella's new restorations of 3 lost gems from Australian crime cinema. Scooby Malone, Goodbye Paradise, and The Empty Beach. That's correct. Yes, that is correct right there. Boom, boom, boom. I love how Umbrella Entertainment kind of honors their Australian heritage by putting out certain releases like this. I would never see these movies if not for these physical media releases. So just cool that they have a home. Again, there is a glory shot of everything that's on the inside. And on this release, I got number 281 out of 1,500. Now let's go over another Lionsgate limited release. Again, another 2025 movie that I need to check out. Another Nicolas Cage movie. This is The Surfer. And I've heard so many mixed things about The Surfer. It's not what you really expect it to be. The trailers make it out to be one thing, and it's not what that thing is. I'm trying to go in as blind as possible on this release. But again, different packaging alert from Lionsgate Limited. They put out a lot of steelbooks, and now they're putting out like these cardboard releases. I don't hate it, and again, it's just different. I like originality in my physical media packaging. Not mad at the way this release looks at all. Again, comes with a 4K and Blu-ray and digital code. All the Lionsgate Limiteds do come with digital codes, which I feel like is rare in the boutique space. So I'm glad that Lionsgate is doing that. Got some special features right there. The last thing they need to do to kind of complete the boutique circle of life is start numbering their releases. If they are limited, it'd be nice to see like how limited is limited. But yeah, if I can get this back in here, which I think I can. There we go. The Surfer. Boom. Right there. We have 6 titles to talk about. Let's go over a Warner Archive movie. Their second 4K, I believe. The first one was The Searchers. Next up, we have High Society with Bing Crosby and Grace Kelly and Frank Sinatra. I've never seen this movie. And Louis Armstrong, right? That's who he is. Yeah, Louis Armstrong's back here too. Why not have him right here? That's kind of a slap in the face, is it not? The brightest entertainment and biggest moneymaker of 1956, High Society. I've heard The Searchers had a glorious 4K transfer. I'm hoping, different artwork alert, or at least different color artwork alert. Same artwork, different background color. At least it's different, I guess. Yeah, gonna have to check this out. Very cool. Very cool special features on here as well. Always love to see that. Cole Porter and Hollywood True Love, 1956 premiere newsreel. That's awesome. There's a cartoon that played before the movie, I guess, when it played in theaters. The CinemaScope cartoon, Millionaire Droopy. Love that. Love that stuff. Next up, we have a couple of Radiance titles, so I will show them back to back. We have The Beast to Die, another movie that I should watch in my 54 in films, because this movie sounded very, very interesting about brutal murders and robberies. Fun. And then we have Rosa La Rose. Don't know too much about this movie, if I'm being honest. It's a French film, but other than that, do not know. There's that. Ooh la la, French. And then what's inside The Beast to Die? Ooh, a guy watching something maybe French. Some ooh la la content. Next, we have from Arrow Video, the Night Watch Collection. I like to see Arrow Video kind of dipping their toes in the Shutter pond, which is nice. And it's nice to see that it's not exclusive to that OCN Direct label from Vinegar Syndrome. Have so many releases from Shudder. They have a lot of great original content. I have not seen anything from the Night Watch. There's 2 movies from Night Watch. You have Night Watch on one Blu-ray. On the next Blu-ray, you have Night Watch, Demons Are Forever. And yeah, don't know too much about these movies either. I know it's a different language. It's Nordic. It's Nordic noir. Didn't know that was a subgenre, but this sounds like something that my wife would like, so this will probably be one movie I watch with her. Second to last, from Kino Lorber, we have the 4K release of Shane. Westerns are getting so much love in 2025 on the 4K format. I also love to see that. Have never seen Shane. Didn't know I was a Western guy, but I've watched a few of those releases for a few dollars more, A Fistful of Dollars, Tombstone. Have enjoyed all of those. Will Shane enter that Etheon, or the pantheon of great Western movies? For me, we shall see. But last but not least, a movie that I had not heard of before, and it's kind of interesting, a Lionsgate release put out by Umbrella, Intacto. I watched the trailer for this. Interesting concept, kind of got some like taking people from kind of Squid Game almost, like blindfolding them, putting them against each other. Max von Sydow is like the main ringleader of this movie from what I could gather. Just very cool imagery on the packaging here. The packaging makes me want to watch this movie. I will have to say that, from Umbrella Entertainment. And then you got like some bug on some guy's head. It's like, what is this movie? Directed by the individual who also directed 28 Weeks Later, which after recently watching Days, Weeks, and Years from the 28 franchise, Weeks is my favorite. 28 Weeks Later is my favorite movie. and it makes me even more excited to go watch Intacto. But I think we've about hit the hour mark. That's about as long as I want these to go. I was even trying to kind of go quick fire in here. Before I'm done, I will showcase off some of the art cards here. But as I am showing these off, I will also start to do my outro. There's Max von Sydow. Thank you for watching New Release Roundup number 34. Stay tuned a little bit for after credits stuff. If you made it this far, you might as well wait another couple of minutes. I will showcase off other movies that, even though I'm making New Release Roundup number 34, number 35 is going to come out like that. Because I took this picture and then took about a week to film this video. I got number 244 out of 750. And I probably have another 25-ish movies to talk about already. And I probably won't have time to film that until a few days from after I post this. So the physical media collecting journey never ends, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I can tell you that much. But this has been episode number 34 of New Release Roundup. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see ya. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Hey everybody, I didn't spill the pennies this time. If you made it this far, congratulations. You found the after credit scene, you did it. Good for you. I knew you could do it. This is gonna be a quick after credit scene. I just wanna kind of showcase off the carnage that I have around me. There are all the stacks of the movies that I put back, fun stuff. There are the movies that I still need to put away right there. As you can see, I got Free Willy up there. I've got a lot of great releases, new releases for new release roundup number 35. A lot of new steelbooks, a lot of semi-older steelbooks that I finally added in the collection. This new release roundup was good. I think next week's is just as good, if not a tad bit stronger. But after putting all this away and putting all that away and adding it to this stack, it's going to be time to do another collection video sooner rather than later. And I added an addition this time around that I'm very excited to showcase off at this point in time, probably in like 2-3 weeks. Should be fun. The train never stops rolling, but to stop this video, we're going to zoom in to the eyeball fleshlight. It's an eyeball. You freaks, don't do anything with that. Don't do what I think you're going to do with that flashlight.